issues. So we're on the path again. Again, my name is Brenda Albert, and talking from Clifford Watney School here in Red Pheasant, Micsuati. Today's topic is wapos micimapoy, rabbit soup. And we are going to have somebody here that is going to demonstrate how to cut up a wapos. And if you're going to make rabbit soup, because that's one of the soups that you can use at a feast. Yesterday we talked about feasts. We kuhtuin. So today is about this wapos. And the wapos kayas a long time ago was the main food source for our people, and still is. So before we get started, last summer I had my granddaughters with me, no simak. We went snaring the day before, and I forgot to record how to snare, how to set up a snare, how to choose the right rabbit trail. But anyways, this video you're gonna see is how I taught my granddaughters how to skin the wapos, the rabbit, and how to cut it up. The way I was shown too. That's to get them ready for either. You can either. There's many ways of cooking wapos rabbit. You can boil it to make a soup. You can fry it. You can cook it over the open fire. So without further delay, watch this video. Video how to set up snares, but I'll do that next time. So we went and checked this morning and we caught one. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to skin a wapos and how to cut it up. So you always start off with at the base of the feet, pull the fur down. Try not to, you can wash off the hair from the meat anyway. So you do both hind legs first.
Disgusting.
Amia, this is good. This is what me and my family were young. We used to live on this. So you bring you got it peeled from here, the hind legs, and you break it. As you see, this rabbit was eaten. Now, so you separate the fur from between the legs, and the tail still has some fur on it. We'll cut that out later. So what you do is it easily peels off. So just bring it down, pull the fur from the rabbit all the way down.
Ew.
Now, where it was eaten, I'll cut that off. So the front legs, you grab them right there and pull till it doesn't, you don't want to rip the fur here. So you stop there where you can tell so you don't rip it. Make a little cut there. And you got the fur off the one leg. And the other leg was eaten. So, and the head was always a delicacy. So I gotta take the hair off the head. My brothers and I used to fight over the head. It's easier if the rabbit is not eaten and there's poop here, but that's okay because all they eat is grass and bark anyway. They don't eat like us. Then you're gonna get up to the ear. You're gonna feel the ear. Then you're gonna cut the ear. See, here's one ear. And here's the other ear. Gotta use a nice sharp knife. Careful, kids. You need supervision. And around the eyes, you cut the hair off, the eyelashes, because you don't want the eyelashes on there. My favorite part of the head was the brain in the eyes when I was a kid, because they taste good. Just cut around the face. Don't want any hair on it, fur. Now you got all the whole skin off. I'll put that in a bag here. Now I'm gonna get the guts out. So you start from the bottom of where the stomach is. You know, I'm not gonna keep this excess stomach skin. So you be careful, don't cut into any of the inside guts.
Ew.
Then we're gonna pull it all out. Don't want that. Right now. Oh, sorry, the volume is not working on this because when I was cutting up this rabbit, this wapos, skin in it, I was explaining the whole process at well. But anyways, in here, you always start from the legs, the hind legs. If you're gonna take that fur off, and you work your way down. Try not to rip that stomach because there's the guts are in there. They're encased in there. And as you work your way down to the head, you got to watch the ears because you got to try and pull that fur off the ears, but cut the ear, the connection between the ear and the ears and the head, and so on the eyes too, and the mouth. There's a section that a lot of people don't know that right here in the wapos's neck, underneath the neck, there's a they call them, and us we call them tonsils. Those have to be cut off because my mom used to say, we don't ever eat those. So you have to cut those off. And The most delicate, everybody says, a long time ago when we were kids, we used to fight over the head. I remember I used to win eating, to eat the head because I used to love eating the brain. My mom said, Michi, go, like, if you eat that, you're going to get smart. So everybody wanted to be smart. But I ended up being the smartest of my brothers. So,
Is the brain like crunchy?
no, it's very soft, like I would say, if you ever eat kidneys,
Oh, okay.
liver.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the eyeballs. Oh, I used to love eating the eyeballs.
What do they taste like?
Oh, good.
I've never eaten an eyeball before.
But it was, yeah, so the way you cut up this wapos, you try to, you have to cut it up to divide it so that, it depends on the eatable portions, I would say. But anyways, well, before, we'll continue with this whole wapos thing. I remember hearing this story from my late kukum. There was this wapos was the first animal to be camouflaged. Okay. You see all these hunters, man, they go out, they buy all this stuff that to hide from the animals. Actually, the rabbit, the wapos, was the first one to be camouflaged by the Gustawino, the creator, because wapos had helped Stationo Usaketsak, helped our brother Usaketsak. So it all started where this Usaketsak was going from one area to the next area because Usaketsak like to travel. You like to he used to travel great distances, and he had the ability to talk to animals. And he used to call all the animals, birds, and everything Simsak, my little brothers and sisters. And all the animals and birds and everything, other living things, he used to call them Nestes, our older brother. But anyways, as the story goes, I'm trying, I'm trying to translate some of the Cree words in my head into English so the viewers can understand this story. So please forgive me if I'm taking a little long because I have to try and find the right words in English to translate. So, but anyways, according to the story that I was told, my kukum was a great storyteller too. She used to tell me all sorts of stories. Some are funny, some are, serious, but they all had a point to it. When she told me these stories, they always had an explanation, at the end, a point. It was according to this story, Wisaketsak was walking, and this it was a time, according to what my kukum said, he kanatsi taski, when the earth was being cleaned, and this Wisaketsak was walking, and he got to this river, CP, and this river was really deep because of all this. It was in the winter time, it was in the winter time. And this rivers, CP, was flowing really fast. It was really flowing fast. And Wisaketsak had to find a way across. And before he came to this crossing, he had met up with other animals, like other animals who seems like a misk, the beaver. And we all know that the misk is a great woods animal that They're the number one wood builders. So Wisakitsak couldn't get across because the river was flowing too fast. But we all know also that these beavers, some squak, are really super strong swimmers. They're one of the best swimmers that we have around this area. Anyways, Wisakitsak stood at the edge of the river. Sone nipot. That's what we say when we say that alongside the river. Yes, standing alongside the river. And he was looking around trying to find a place to cross. And along came swimming along were these umsquak, these beavers. And Wisakitsak asked them, Chimsak, my little brothers, sisters, can you help me get across? So the beavers agreed. How? Yes, we'll help you, they said. So what they did was Amsquak had to go. They went to look for a real big mitos, big tree, thick one, like really expaxit, exuat. You had to look for a heavy tree. So they found one and they chewed it down. Their little teeth are very strong, like little axes. And it's amazing how these these beavers are very ingenuitive, how they knock down trees. If you ever get a chance to watch one chew a tree down. It's amazing how the Creator made them. But anyways, they knocked down this tree and it fell into the water, so it was easy for them to drag this tree down to Wisakitsak, where Wisakitsak was standing. Anyways, they told Wisakitsak, get on, straddle the tree, the tree log, and we'll drag that tree log across the river. It wasn't a very wide river, so it was good for them, but it was flowing fast. So Wisakitsak straddled this tree log, and the beavers, some Skogan, they each took both sides of the outside of the tree, like the back part and the front part, and they bit into it because of their teeth, and they swam across. You know those little flat tails they have? There's a purpose for that. They're like little rudders. And they have these, their feet, they're webbed. So they're able to swim, like able to paddle and get on both their front feet and their back feet. And their tails acts like a rudder. What do you call those? Rudders? Like on a boat. And I think that's where they got the concept for boats when they built them, because they looked at the beavers. But anyways, they made it across the river. When he got across, the reason why Wisakitsak was going across was he had to go and get something on the other side. Oh, he was looking for the big animals like the mooswa and wahuaske su, psimusos, like the moose, the elk, the deer. Because the people that were living on the other side, they had no food to eat. Even the wapos was gone. But anyways, because I forgot to mention this, that the reason why these animals had gone across on the other side of the river was because they had left the people, because the people were not being thankful for the food they were getting from these animals. They were forgetting to say thank you to these animals. These animals offered themselves as food. So that's the reason why Wisakitsak was going on the other side of the river to talk to these animals to come back so the people wouldn't go hungry. It was, he got across, and remember it's winter time, like deep snow. You know, a long time ago there was a lot of snow. This snow that we have, that's nothing. We used to, I remember we were kids, we used to have, oh my goodness, snow. We could actually make forts in front of our house. That's how much snow we got. And trying to snare during that time was next to impossible, but we had to. But anyways, he finally got across, and he walked and walked, and he finally heard these animals talking. Remember, he had the ability to talk to living things, animals, everything. And he finally came to a group of trees, like a tree. Didn't even say any boats, like a bunch of trees there. When he got closer, that's when he saw these animals. He saw the moose, he saw the elk, he saw the deer. He even saw wapos and all these other little animals. Even the birds were there. So he walked up to them and he said, Simsak, my little brothers and sisters, why are you all here? And this big moose came up to him. This big moose came up to him and said, Stesnan, Wisakitsak, our big brother Wisakitsak, the reason we're all here is because we have not been thanked by the people, because we had offered ourselves to them as food and they forgot to thank us, because we have spirits too and we must be thanked. And Wisakitsak said, Tapwe, Kitapona, that's true, you're right. So, but remember, there's little kids in that camp too. They're going hungry, and all these animals looked at each other and they felt so sad. And they talked to themselves and they said, we can't let those kids go hungry. We must help them. So they appointed the Muswa, the one that started talking, and said, go talk for us. Tell Wisakitsak they must go tell those people that they must learn to thank us. Right from the big animals to the birds to the little ones that are on the close to the ground. They must thank everything that they kill, and not to kill us for fun, just for food purposes. Anyways, this Musa went up to Wisakitsak and said, Wisakitsak Sisnan. They had, told them their plan. They told them that we'll come back, but on the condition that these people must thank us every time they kill us for food only. Anyways, this Sakitsak said, that way, I'll go back and tell them that. And the animals said, we'll come back in 4 days after you leave. But anyways, Sakitsak turned around. And while he was going back, it started snowing heavily. And it snowed, it was like a micimapoy. It was a blizzard. Like he couldn't even see in front of him. And he finally had to stop. He just couldn't see. If anybody ever been caught in a blizzard, you know what I mean. Like to the point where you can't see anything. So this Wisakitsak stood there. He didn't know which direction to go. He got lost. So all of a sudden he heard this little voice coming from the ground. And Nistis, oh there. That little voice said, my little big brother, here. And Wisakitsak looked around. He looked up at eye level. Makigoy, nothing. And again that voice said, Nistis, oh there. And he heard that he heard that voice was coming from the ground, so he looked on the ground. Right in front of him, on the ground, close to the ground, there's this brown thing. And he crouched down to look closer, and it was a wapos. Oh, Nesimes, he said, oh, by me, dan. Ewan sinyan, oh, little brother, I'm so happy to see you. I am lost. So, this wapos said, Gawiti dinstes, I'll help you, my big brother. I know where you're supposed to go. So, this wapos said, I'll help you. I know where you're supposed to go. So this wapos told Wisakits, grab my tail. Don't grab it, don't pull it too hard or else you'll pull it right off. So Wisakits grabbed his little tuffy tail, and this wapos started hopping slowly. And they finally got to the edge of the river, where the Wisakits had been dropped off. He's seen this log there because it was still there. And he turned around and said, he said, thank you very much, my little brother, for bringing me here. But I'm going to help you. I'm going to reward you. What I'm going to do is, in the winter time, in the summer, in the spring, summer, and fall, you're going to be brown, so you blend in with the environment. Semag. Soon you won't be able to be seen, you'll be able to hide. But in the wintertime, your fur will turn white and you blend in with that environment. So that's why this wapos, it turns colors. In the spring, summer, and fall, they're brown. And as soon as it starts turning winter, when the snow starts falling, their fur turns white. And that's what the story was told to me. Now we're going to turn this whole thing over to Mrs. Carrie Chikosis. She'll explain to us. She's got a guest. Thank you.
Can you hear me? Thank you, Brenda. I'd like to introduce my special guest. Her name is Deanna Thomas. As soon as she comes on. So Deanna's here today to show me how to make rabbit soup, and I'm so blessed to have her here and help me. Yeah, it should be. Yeah, it's working. So if you want to introduce yourself a little bit, Deanna.
It's so hot already. Hi, my name is Deanna Opikikyu. My maiden name is Thomas. I'm from Sweetgrass First Nation. And
I know Deanna because I used to work in Sweetgrass, and I taught her two oldest, and I taught her baby for a few days, a week or something.
Right, yeah.
Okay, I guess we can get started. As you are teaching me how to make rabbit soup, though, I'm gonna be asking you a few questions here and there, so
Okay.
be prepared. Alrighty, do you want me to grab the stuff?
Sure.
Okay.
I'm just gonna jump right in.
Ready to rock and roll here, you guys. We are making rabbit soup today. You guys are in for a treat. Looking forward to all this, and the ladies going hard. We do have 2 camera actions here today, so you guys are in for another cooking treat. As you know, here at Clifford Watney School, we know how to rock and roll when it comes to podcasts and productions. We're high tech. If you guys need to know how to do this, too bad, so sad. It's going to cost you $10 million or 5 rabbits, whatever you choose. But yeah, Deanna's bringing her sweetgrass skills all the way over here to red pheasant, keratosis here from Mosquito, Grizzly Bear Head, Lean Man First Nation, which is right across the road from Red Pheasant First Nation. Will also be cooking. I will be giving the play-by-play in the background here. And we also have our Cree translator, Noella Mitswing, hailing from, how do you say it? Magasigation?
Makwasagagan First Nation.
Makwa
Sagagan, Loon Lake, Saskatchewan.
And what do you think so far of this podcast?
I'm enjoying it. Haven't made rabbit soup too, so this is something I'm learning also.
So what does it feel like to be in a show like this magnitude where our production dollar cost is like $10 million?
Well, I sure won't be able to afford that, but I might find you 5 rabbits. I'll see.
How do you say 5 rabbits in Cree?
Yeah, nan wapusak.
Nia nan wapusak. There you guys go. 5 rabbits all the way from Noella Mitswing. So yeah, we are going to be learning how to do our cooking rabbits here, and you ladies can give us the play-by-play. No, oh, you guys don't. Hey, you guys can take your things off. You can take your things off now. Yeah.
Oh, you won't be able to hear?
Oh, hold on. Do you want to take Deanna's off too?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, you guys. This is what happens when you have $1 million budget. These kind of things here.
Yeah, because it'll stick to this board. To this card.
So you guys just tell me when to switch cameras there. Look at that. That's what I mean. We are high production value here. 2 camera shots. We are rocking and rolling. You guys, please come along in the comments and tell us what you like, what you don't like. Tell us what spices you use, all that good stuff. Deanna here is going to be doing her skills. So as you guys can see, Miss Brenda Albert there told you about the rabbit. She's in the background here too. And you know what? We'll just take this one. Oh. We're going to do play-by-play in the background here. So we got, yeah. Play-by-play by Brenda and our special guest, Noella Mitswing, and myself, Mr. Nathan Arias, hailing from Red Pheasant First Nation. Treaty number, just kidding. We need some music or something, eh? We should play, I don't know what kind of music we should play.
You know, the good thing about this wapos, if you snare it in the fall, you can freeze, you can skin it, gut it, cut it up, and put it in the bag and freeze it. And you can, freeze it for whenever you want to eat it, or use it if you're going to use it for a feast. I personally like my rabbit fried. But when you fry the rabbit, the back part, you have to cut it in a certain way, and the back too, the spinal, and you have to. You cannot fry the head part. It's the front legs, the body, or even the rib cage area. That you cannot fry.
You guys, we will be answering the questions here. We got Brenda in the background here, so we got. If you guys have questions, go ahead. If you want to know more about the wapos story, or if you want to know what they're doing, play-by-play action here. Like I said, $10 million budget here at Clifford Wedding School on behalf of Chase the Ace. No, just kidding. We do have a question here all the way, Pauline Standing Rock. Where you start from to skin it? I missed that part. Where do you start from to skin it? Like, I guess, are you talking about the tail or? Yeah, they can see. Just go. Which one? Let's see which camera. Which one do you want?
The back legs. Yeah, you start from one of the back legs. You pull the fur down.
You rip it through here, right down to the middle.
Which one that is? Yeah, hold on. I'm just trying to figure out which one that is. Go ahead, talk.
So when you're skinning a rabbit, you'll start here on each side of the leg and then meet up to the center. And then you'll just slowly make your way down that way.
Carrie, can you sing a few words there like you do usually with when you're in school here? Yeah, please.
What I do at the school here?
No, I'm just kidding. Carrie doesn't
I
sing.
was,
She's-
and I forgot to introduce myself.
Carrie
actually.
can't sing. Okay, introduce yourself there. You gotta kind of go lower there in the camera.
Okay. Hi, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Carrie Chikosis, and I'm the grade 1 teacher here at CWS. And this is my first year here, I guess.
For those that don't know me.
look how many
Did you guys hear that?
If you watch my cooking shows.
Hi guys, for those that don't know me.
Okay,
Like I said, we do have a $10 million budget. Carrie, to bring her on cost us $8 million. So if you want to know where all our production value is going, it's to her salary.
There's somebody that's asking about.
Oh, did we introduce Deanna too?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't see that.
When you fry it, is the meat more tough?
Actually, not. But anyways, the thing about these rabbits, the older the rabbit is, the tougher the meat. The younger rabbits, their meat is more tender. Same thing with deer meat, any kind of wild meat. The older the animal, the tougher the meat is going to be.
Did you say Tinder or tender?
Tender. Remember, English is not my first language.
Right. So we're not talking Tinder. We are
Not
saying
talking
tender.
tender. Is ayuskak. You say that word, ayuskak.
Ayuskak, which
There you go.
means
Tender.
tender. Ayuskak.
Not Tinder, tender.
Tender. Swipe left, swipe right. It all means the same thing.
No, ketchup. Tomato.
Like I said, you guys, $10 million budget here. You guys are going to be learning Cree at the same time while learning how to cook wapos. Skin it.
Okay,
Eat
these
it.
girls are
Okay.
going to start cutting up this wapos, so go ahead and do your cutting up.
Okay, can you guys hear Deanna when she talks?
Yeah,
Because
we
she's
can
gonna
hear.
Walk me through it. Okay.
Okay, so first we're gonna start right here. Is it the pelvis?
I think so.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And then you're just gonna put a little bit of pressure on there with your knife and crack it.
Should I hear a crack?
Yeah, you'll feel it.
Ugh. I just want to say that I'm an animal lover, so this is very hard for me. Oh.
These rabbits were harmed during production here.
I know. They gave their lives.
Yeah.
They sacrificed their lives for this.
A little bit more? Okay.
Like I said, you guys, $10 million budget here, you guys. If you guys need help, we will help you guys out on your next show.
Talk over Nathan.
I'm just gonna start by taking the legs off.
Okay.
So what are you doing? You're cutting the head?
The leg.
The leg.
And I'm cutting it all the way down.
Oh, we lost the one camera angle. That's what happens when you have iPhones, ladies and gentlemen.
What's wrong?
It cut out, so we're on one angle.
Oh, just in the back.
Okay.
The front one, yeah.
Maybe you can move your camera a bit more.
So what the girls are doing they are starting off with the hind legs of this wapos, the back legs of this rabbit.
So only cut one leg, right?
They're
And I'm cutting right here.
they're
Going right across.
cutting it where the hind leg ends, I would say, where the back part of the rabbit and the hind leg meet.
Just, yeah.
Oh, do you want to
Okay.
use mine to cut that?
And
Sorry,
you
we're
make
limited supply.
make sure that if you are using a knife, that it's sharp enough to do that. And when you make a little cut, you crack it. You got to hear that crack, like you're cracking the bone away from the back part of the rabbit. Just crack it there, Diana. Good.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead, Carrie. Crack your.
Mine's cracked, man. Correct.
She's ready
And then
to.
you'll just
Okay, separate the back legs.
Turn it around.
Just separate them.
I'm cutting on the
Okay,
bone.
there.
or-
You just separate it.
I think the pot is in the way, girls. You wanna kind of move
Okay.
it? Yeah. And okay, maybe Diana, do you want to bring that wapos, the hind legs, a little bit closer to the camera so the viewers can see? Okay, there. See, separated the hind legs from the back part. Now, with your finger, Diana, show them where you are going to cut it. So you're gonna, right there. See that, people? Right there. And then when she's done cutting it, because the knife is not going to go through the bone, you gotta have to crack it now. So she's going to crack it, and when you hear that crack, then you
Mine's good.
cut
yeah, I
it.
think so.
Cut it right down.
Because there's some muscles in there, some ligaments.
Right in
You
this
have to
bone
cut
here?
with
On
the
the bone
knife.
or on the side?
See, there's like two.
Here you go.
Everybody
You
got a
got two
saw?
separate pieces there already.
Right there. You should be able to feel it here. Okay, right there. You just cut here.
Okay.
Yeah, now carry those. There's muscles and ligaments there. That's what you have to cut through. Remember, the wapos is a very strong jumper, and he's got a lot of muscles in those back legs.
Normally you would, Brenda must have already done it. You crack at the knee joints here so that when you cook it, it doesn't
Yeah.
stay like that. So you have to, and I think it's already done.
Mine's okay. Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so should I just cut these ones apart?
Yeah, because you can make one that's
Make
from
two
the
pieces out of this.
hind part, that's 4 pieces.
How much? 4 pieces?
Yeah, we'll make two.
Right here.
Yeah, right at the,
Right at the bone.
yeah.
Just to let you know, a rabbit, one whole
Just
wapos,
crack it because I don't think it's.
one whole wapos can probably feed a family about, if they like eating wapos, they're eating each 2 pieces, you can feed a family of 4 or 5. But if you come from a big family, I would suggest you get more than 1 wapos. And it's not shooting wapos. It's a very messy thing, and it wrecks the whole wapos. It's better to snare these rabbits. That's why they make snare wire. And rabbits are really smart too. So you got to learn how to set up the snare and how to hide it from the rabbits. They got good eyesight, they got good hearing. That's why their eyes are big and their ears are big. They were also given that ability to hear.
All right, you guys, our $10 million setup is back in action here. We do have 2 camera angles again. Oh, minus the cord there, ladies and gentlemen. We are sorry about that.
I think Nathan is going to, has never eaten rabbit.
Try have.
Where?
My bare hands killed it, cooked it on the fire.
Okay, we're
I'm going to tell you a story, Brenda. So, yeah, oh yeah. You guys gather. I'm going to tell you this story when I was a little boy. No, I've had rabbit before. Been there, done that. Oh, did you guys hear that crack? We had a fan reaction back here. Noella, can you please explain your emotion right now?
That wasn't me. That was Carrie. That kind of made that reaction.
We had Noella go, oh, when you heard that crack there, she's like, ah.
All right, the girls are done dividing up the hind legs. Now they're going to work on the back. Diana, hold up your wapos. Okay, turn it around,
Which camera is it?
Yeah, turn it around. Okay, just to let you know, this is the back right here. The back right here. And this is the rib cage of this rabbit. So you're going to, Diana's going to separate the back from the rib cage. Go ahead. And those little black dark things in there, Diana, do you want to show those? Those are kidneys.
Mm.
Titik-sisak. Oh my goodness, those are so good to eat.
Nathan sounds like he wants some.
Those
Oh,
kidneys probably taste really good.
goodness gracious. You gotta have, if you're gonna eat a rabbit, you gotta have some kidneys
Yeah.
and some brain and some eyes.
How you feeling, Noella? Do you want to go in there and join her?
No, I'm fine here.
Noella Mitswing, all the way from Sagach. No, how do you say it?
Sagagan at Lake.
Sagagan.
Oh, there you go. Diana's just separated the back from the rib cage, and her kidneys are intact. Cool.
Let's see, bring
Where's
that-
your kidney?
oh,
Where's
hold
the
on.
other kidney?
I only have one.
Let's see.
Oh,
You show it to the phone there. Let's see that.
okay. Carrie's got one kidney.
Mm.
Apparently, when some people, you gotta watch it when you skin these rabbits. That you can leave those kidneys in there.
Where did Carrie screw up? Can you tell us? Walk us by. Did she mess up or $8 million just to bring her on the show? And we better critique everything.
All right. This is where you have to be really careful with this. You have to separate the front legs from the rib cage, also the head part. Okay? And inside the rib cage is the heart. And the heart is delicious to eat too.
Can you show us?
Can you see it?
Oh yeah,
Can you see it now?
And the heart
yeah. There it is.
is just, oh my goodness, another delicacy. Everybody always used to eat that.
Even the liver's
Darlene Okamesim, big smiley face. Darlene, do you like rabbit? Do you like wapos?
start. We'll remove the arms now.
Yeah, you remove the frontal arms from the rib cage and the head.
This is pretty cool. Play by play, you guys. If you guys are just joining us, you guys are getting a lesson on how to skin a wapos, which is rabbit. We showed a previous video where our elder here, Brenda Albert from Sweetgrass First Nation, did a skinning video this summer. This summer, and told the story of the wapos and why it got its colors and all the story behind it. So, and now,
Okay, Diana just separated one frontal leg, so that's how it looks, separated from the rib cage area.
And here, you could tell them that you gotta crack it. Just break it a little.
Because it's connected.
did
by
you
a
crack it
muscle.
already?
No, I didn't have to do this one still.
Okay, can you put it near when you guys break them, just put it near the mic so we can hear that awesome effect.
Because Nathan likes cracking noises.
Our Noella here just doesn't like that sound. Like, ooh. So she showed me a picture here, Noella, from Magi Segagon, and she was frying on a fire wapos, eh?
Yeah.
Did you go and catch that yourself, or?
The hunters did, and we just stopped by. Me and my friend Julia stopped by just in time for supper, and they were making the rabbit over the campfire. So we helped, and we got to eat it. And you know what they say about whatever you try, different kinds of foods. What does it taste like?
Chicken.
Chicken. Yes. So it was good.
They even say alligator tastes like chicken.
I don't know. I would never try that because we don't have alligator around this area.
Well, it depends where you go in red pheasants. You never know.
But anyways, I like to also add that while these girls are separating the legs from the rib cage, I had many. When I was younger, we used to go up north, like in the Buffalo Narrows area, the Turner Lake area, and we were fed wapos over there too, rabbit. That rabbit meat over there tastes different from here. Because the reason is, what do rabbits eat up there, Noella?
Up north?
Yeah. Like rabbits here, they eat our tree bark, the grasses, whatever around this area. And The rabbits up north, what do they eat? Pine, spruce.
Nice.
And that because they eat those plants up there,
Yeah.
have you ever tasted spruce and pine? It has that piney taste. That's what the rabbit meat tastes like over there. It has that piney meat taste to it, which was different. But there was still a rabbit is a rabbit. But anyways, these girls now have separated their front legs from their rib cage. So all you have now is the head and the rib cage connected. So now they're going to separate the head from the rib cage. Oh, wait a minute. It's just a minute. Excuse me. All right. Just to let you know, remember before I was telling you that rabbits have tonsils too, and we're not allowed to eat them. So this part right here, that's where the tonsils are. So what the girls are going to do is they're going to cut this off. They're going to grab this and chop it, cut it off.
Show it near the phone part there.
Because all I know is we don't eat those tonsils. I never asked why, because, a long time ago when an elder told you something, you never said, why? Why? Like, you just accept it. But anyways, yeah, so that's what the girls are doing.
Oh, I feel something in there. Take that out too, or what? No, that's the esophagus. Oh, we keep it? Yeah.
I don't know, Pearl Strong. I never bought a rabbit in the store before. Has any of you in this here ever bought a wapos in the store? I don't know. Diana, Carrie, have you ever bought a rabbit from a store before?
Like a grocery store?
Yeah,
Never.
I haven't.
I found beef cow last week.
Yeah.
I was shocked.
What-
I can't remember.
Have any of our viewers ever bought? I'm curious too. Have you ever bought a rabbit in the store? Well, if you did, can you please let us know? And we also like to know if this is the same as wild rabbit. Yeah. So these girls now are done that. They finished cutting off the tonsils, so that rabbit doesn't have to worry about tonsillitis.
Can I just say something? If you're cutting, make sure you have a really good knife, like not a knife. I don't know if you guys can see it, but my
a cheese knife?
says cheese on it. This is not a good knife to use, but that's all I have.
Okay. So remember that. Do not use a cheese
that's it.
knife on a rabbit.
Now we're done. So this, that's done.
For real, so dull.
Am I gonna cut this?
Yeah, you separate
And
the rib cage from the head. So cut it at the
Top
neck.
or the bottom?
The neck touches the
Up here?
no down.
Down
Yeah.
here?
Yep. So she's going to cut it
Closer.
where the rib cage and the neck
You
meet.
could do probably
Not
like
at the
this,
top, right on close to the head,
I don't know if I
but
can
next
cut
to
it,
the.
that's too dull.
I know, me.
With a
here,
dull
or
knife, this is how it'll work.
Yeah,
easier.
please. If you're gonna cut up a rabbit, have a good, nice
Am I
set of
breaking through bone again? No.
Not really.
sharp knives. Okay,
'Cause I
have
put
all
straight
this
bone
stuff with you.
There is a little.
Alice Kennedy, everything was off the inside. It's just the body. Yes, it tastes the same. Oh,
Store bought.
oh, is that store bought, Alice? Oh, okay. Where did you buy? Which store, by the way? I just want to know which store did you buy this rabbit from? I hope it wasn't Googum's store. So. Yeah, amazing. Just so that, if somebody in a city wants to eat wapos and, is not able to snare, at least you have an idea which store to go to buy a rabbit. Okay?
We're done.
Now they're done cutting up this this wapos, this rabbit. So girls, from one rabbit, how many pieces did you get?
Oh my goodness. 4, 5, 6, about 8.
8 pieces.
Yeah. Let's see.
So
Back, 2 legs.
for sure, the person that that's going to is not going to be happy with just eating the head. Maybe they'll eat a leg or the back part or the rib part. So there you go.
Okay, do people eat the teeth?
Oh, in Calgary.
Or
Which
is this-
store, Alice, in Calgary? Sobeys, Walmart. I don't know about Walmart.
No, it'd probably be one of them downtown Chinatown, probably.
Oh, okay. Now, so the next step is rewash that rabbit, that wapos. Okay, you rewash it, and then what then you need to do is you need to get your pot of water.
Go ahead, say a few words.
If you're gonna make rabbit soup, you take your pot of water, you throw all your wapos in there.
What about these? Do these come out or just stay?
No, everything,
Hold on
just
there, we'll
throw
put your-
everything in there.
That looks good. What
Or it has
spice?
to be cooked first, Nathan.
Oh. You see, I'm old ways, man. Everything just raw, ready to
We're
go.
not.
Old
So
ways.
you got your rabbit in this
Walmart, you
water.
bought it from
Oh, Walmart.
in Calgary.
Wow. But people living in Calgary, if you want to eat rabbit, please go to Walmart. They have rabbit in there.
There's so many rabbits running around in Calgary. You can just go get one on the side of your house,
Honestly,
man.
there is.
They're
The
everywhere.
big
Yeah.
ones.
But anyways, the girls have their rabbit, all the rabbit pieces in the pot of water. Now all you do is put it on top of the stove, let it boil. Remember, this is tender meat. We do not over boil this rabbit because this rabbit meat is going to fall apart
Boil this first, then
if you over boil it.
How long does
You know, I would say if you're gonna boil this rabbit because it's cut in pieces, I would say about, because the water has to start boiling. As soon as it starts boiling, cook it for another 15, 20 minutes.
Pauline, interesting hands-on preparation. One young woman at this. I wish I had some soup. Send it FedEx. You know what? We are going to continue doing these cooking shows. Traditional food. I don't know if we can afford Miss anymore, but we'll try. But going forward, you guys, we kind of figured this one would be more popular because everyone eats, and we will be doing more of these shows, these cooking shows. Maybe I don't know, something to do with something.
Maybe
But
you'll
we're
get
eating.
Nathan to cook something for us too.
Yeah, we got noodles here that I can bring
Oh,
in,
for goodness
boil them, and
But anyways, she's gonna take it to the stove because this is in the classroom.
now you got to get in the picture.
Oh, sorry.
Can't just have you talking on the sidelines now. Have a seat too.
Yes. But anyways, she's gonna take it to the stove. She's gonna boil that water. As soon as it starts boiling, I would say about 50, 20, 25 minutes. Not an hour because you're gonna overboil it. When it's done boiling, simmer it down. Then you can either add oats to make the soup with. Diana, oats. Oats, the kind that you have for breakfast, porridge, oats.
Moose nose soup. Hey, there we go.
Yeah. You can make flour soup out of that rabbit too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And that's usually what we have, at home. I never had macaroni, rice, or anything like that. Not with rabbit soup. Rice, yes.
Flour.
Flour, oats, and rice, but not macaroni. I don't know. Maybe somebody can tell me about it if they ever had.
Noella?
Macaroni.
Nothing?
No, I never had it like that too.
Yeah.
I had it with cabbage, flour,
okay.
cabbage, and yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, traditionally, we had, if you're going to take it to a feast, it's usually flour or oats. That's all, yeah.
15, 20 minutes after boiled,
Yeah.
simmer on medium.
Okay. Thank you, Shirley LaValle.
La Valley, that sounds like a southern name.
Yeah, where are you from, Cheryl? Please tell us
Pepicasis.
where you're from.
I'm going to say Pepicasis. Isn't that where La Valleys are from?
Yeah.
Pepicasis.
But anyways, these girls now, what are going to do is, pakwes going to see hats. For those who understand Cree.
You guys are in for a treat today.
You're making bannock, oven bannock.
Fox Lake. Where's
Ooh,
Fox
Lake
from?
is in Alberta, am I right?
Is that where it is?
Yeah. So these
Are you
girls are
guys-
going to make oven bannock now?
Are you guys Cree over there, or what are you?
Yeah,
Are you
are
Cree?
I think, Fox
think?
Lake.
Sure. Cheryl, are you Cree?
Oh, by the way, you are so encouraged to ask questions.
Yes.
Please.
Yes.
And don't forget, this afternoon at
man.
1 o'clock, we have another podcast. This time, we have a couple of guys that are going to be talking about paranormal.
Is that today?
That's right.
Okay. He was
Just a
coming in.
minute. In Cree, we called it wapatigusin. That means in English they call it, these scientists, they call it paranormal. Help me here, Noella. Paranormal wapatigusin, paranormal contacts or whatever they call them.
Your visions.
Yeah, something like
something like
visions.
that. Yeah.
Something that people have seen that only you have seen. You were blessed to be seen, things like that. And you're encouraged to participate in this. We're going to have people, we're going to talk about their experiences, things that they have seen and heard that usually there's no explanation. There's a reason why they're showing things like that. Anyways, I'm going to be quiet.
We got a question there, Brenda. You got to answer. She's from Manitoba. We were all off.
Oh, I guess.
And
So sorry.
we were going the wrong
But-
way.
So nice to know that we have friends from Manitoba. Manitobina. Like to see instructions somewhere possible.
You're gonna have to just watch this video over again. Yeah, that's
Yeah. So
our production value. Like I said, $8 million for Jacosis here to come on the show. We only had a $10 million budget.
what do you call that famous baker there?
We got an America watching Minneapolis, Minnesota. What are you guys? You guys are Lakota down there, eh? Or Nakota? I think in that area. But go ahead, ladies. Speak up. What are you guys cooking now?
Bannock, oven bannock.
Oven bannock.
So, unfortunately, I don't have like proper measurements for you. This is all, I'm just eyeballing everything.
Isn't that usually how it goes, though? You just
my
eyeball?
grandma, when I watched my grandma, there was no measuring spoons or cups. She just threw everything in and
Okay.
it was magical.
Maybe you should just do it because you know the amounts. And then I'll kind of just.
Oh, I'll need a spoon. Oh,
Can I kind of explain what these things are?
come in.
The ingredients that you need.
You want to come over here?
Oh.
All-purpose flour, of course.
Okay. Pakoy saganikan. That's what we call it in Cree. Pakoy saganikan. So what she's doing, she's throwing in the flour.
Yeah, right there. Use cooker measurements.
Well,
Yeah.
I might as well just use it all.
Yeah.
There's not much left in here.
And the next thing she'll be using is this baking powder. It's a must in a woman's kitchen, in a Gugum's kitchen. You gotta have that. Doesn't matter if it's no name. Baking powder is baking powder.
Yeah.
And this salt. See, talking. Some people use oil. We do. For oven bannock, we need that oil. You know what? That's why it's so important to hang on to your baking grease. You can reuse it.
Bannock.
Yes, to make that bannock, that bake, that
So I'm just
extra
gonna go like,
baking grease.
Brenda, I'm gonna do about 2 of these. What do you think?
For that amount of, see? Can you see how much flour? That's about half of it. So I would suggest about put 3 in. The purpose of this baking powder, people, is to give it air, the fluffiness. If you don't put that in there, your bannock is going to be as hard as a rock. You can actually knock a person if you hit them on the head.
You know what I did once? I made bannock out of drywall.
We
I didn't know it was drywall.
we have
And I lived here in Red Pheasant. That's probably why.
we have a comment there from Nora Fred Stevens.
So, and
This
I'm
wa-
just doing this for salt, like just a little
Danse
bit.
mino sinta pue
Yeah,
oma
I think that's
katu
about a teaspoon.
tamek. Tu tamek. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Nora Fred. Mio asingista. Epe ewa pahtaman. Egwa in tuhtaman. What's he saying, Nathan, is he's very thankful that these young ladies are doing this. And she's, she's saying hi. Very nice that they're doing these activities.
And we don't mind doing them. They're pretty fun doing these live productions and cooking shows. And this is cool doing the play-by-play. I really like this play-by-play, and our guest Noella Mitzwing is excited in the background here. She's eager beaver here watching each measurement, and you just do cook 'em measurements, just kind of grab.
So she mixed in the baking powder with that, and you use your fingers, like that's why the Creator gave us fingers to use them to mix in this. She put some salt in there, so she's mixing it. Her fingers are like the spoon.
Yeah. No, even when you watch some of those cooking shows, they don't measure some of them.
Yeah.
There's some of them will just be like, I'm not talking like the shows that are big. They'll do like Salt Bay there, But it's like they'll just grab whatever and they say, look at, and they're like, well, how much are you measuring? And then they could just go by feel and like, what they've known, The $8 million lady here, Cherry. Carrie Chicosis.
No, the next they're gonna put in oil because they're making oven bannock, girls. Oil.
Put the water first.
Are you guys under pressure? You guys feel pressured here?
But anyways, I would like to thank Deanna for coming here, because remember she was raised by her late Kokum, and her late Kokum she was actually my auntie. She was a great woman, full of knowledge, and she showed all the girls, her daughters, her granddaughters, everything that she could pass on to us. Okay. Now she's pouring. She just
Sounds
finished
like I
pouring
got
the
a
oil.
pee or something.
She's putting in the water to make enough consistency to form into a dough.
We're sorry for that sound there. If you guys gotta go to the washroom, we understand.
That didn't even occur to me.
Go pee, we'll stop right now for a break.
Well, we'll give you guys a pee break after that water poured.
Dallas Lee Waskahat asked about sumin pakwisikan. Very good. But Dallas, we need nan sumin sak. Sumin sak is raisins. People who love eating raisin bannock can add raisins to this. And raisin bannock is delicious. Like you have a mixture of dessert in there too.
Raisin bannock with cheese whiz.
Raisin bannock with jam. Wow.
I like mine with cheese whiz.
The only way I eat bannock too is with cheese whiz.
Yeah, cheese whiz. Hey, I don't know. It gives that extra kick,
I just want to share something with you. last weekend, my granddaughter, she was staying with my Nicosis, my son Nawe, Nathan in Edmonton. They were her and her sister, and she FaceTimed me and said, "Gugum, I want to make some bannock." You know, when she came to my house, I used to show her, how to make bannock. But this time, she's only 6 years old. But this time, her name is Kobe Lee. Kobe Lee Alberts. She's 6 years old. And she said this time she was going to do it by herself. But we had to be on FaceTime. That even kids can do that. So I went through the step-by-step whole thing with her, what to add first and so on and so forth. And she knew what ingredients to use, so she knew what to put on the table right away before she started. That's the thing. When you're ready, when you're going to make something, you have to have everything in front of you. So she mixed everything in there. But because she's small, I told her, use a measuring cup because she's small. She doesn't, she's not at this age where she's able to use measurements by eye. So she used a measuring cup and a tablespoon. But anyways, I just wanted to let you know that in the end, she made I'll just say a good bannock. Enough for her dad to eat, for them to eat it. So yeah, even a little child at 6 years old can be taught. You're not going to expect them to make it perfect. It takes years to make a kukum bannock. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it does. My bannock skills are not even close to anything, and but I can eat it pretty good.
Trial and error.
Yeah. But bannock, the history of bannock came from Ireland, didn't it?
I thought it came from
or Scottish
Europeans.
Yeah, well, Scottish and Ireland.
Oh, I don't know.
I'm pretty sure that's where it came from. What's your knowledge on it, Noah?
Europe too. It came from Europe.
Yeah, I heard Scotland. It's Scotland or Ireland.
Oh, now the girls are.
If anyone knows in the comments the story behind where bannock came from, please let us know.
No. If you find your dough is a little on the sticky side, you need to keep adding flour. And don't forget, you need a little bit of flour on the table so it doesn't stick to the table when you're kneading it and flatten it out and all that.
More flour.
So, just to let you know, you people, young people that don't know how to make bannock.
You people. What do you mean, you people?
Sorry, I was going to say you young people.
Oh, my goodness.
Sorry.
We're going to have a Don Cherry situation here.
Oh, my goodness. I don't even know.
You people.
Okay. Diana's flour dough here. Not enough flour. It's a little bit too wet. So, Carrie, you want to get some more flour. So, you keep adding flour till it does not get too sticky. Like, how would I say? Pancake mixture is sticky. There's a purpose why it's.
You got to move your face, Brenda. You're right in the logo there.
Oh, come. You want me to move?
No, other way, Brenda. No, go that way. Your face is literally on the logo. There you go.
So, here, they put flour on the surface of the table. So when they put their dough there, it will not stick to the flour. I mean, to the table. Okay. Now, Carrie brought some more flour. That's okay.
I've been making bannock for a long time. Lately, it's been cracking in half when it's done. Am I using too much baking powder or any other possible reasons why?
All right. Pearl? I'm not a really great bannock.
I find when that happens with mine, it's too much oil.
Yeah. It's
Too much
or
oil.
you got too much water in there.
Too much oil or too much water?
Yeah, because the reason probably it's cracking, it's dry in there. your dough is dry. And don't knead it too thin. I would suggest when you're kneading your bannock, what you do is, my kuko used to tell me this, my mom. If you're kneading the bannock, you need your bannock to be about that. You see this finger here? About half of this thickness. Not too thin, not too thick. Like I said, it takes years. I'll never make bannock like my late mom or my late kuko. Never.
It originates from Scotland.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Dallas.
Thank you. Pearl says, hi, thank you.
But anyways, Diana now has divided up her mixture into 2 parts. Okay? One for herself and one for Carrie. And because their dough is a little bit too much moisture, so they're going to keep adding flour. So they have to mix in that flour into the dough till there's the dough does not stick to their fingers. Okay.
Can they hear me?
Yeah.
When my grandma would teach us and tell us when we were cooking or preparing any meal, actually, it doesn't even have to be just your home meal. You should always have a clean mind and like a clean heart, and put that into your food, because that's what you're feeding your family and whoever you're feeding. Like, you don't want to cook while you're feeling negative or miserable.
That's, you know what? They actually made a movie about that. And I'm not making fun. I'm just saying they made a movie there. This lady, she was cooking, and then when she was crying during she was cooking, everyone would be crying. And, when she was happy, everyone would be happy. And it's so true. You're transferring your energy into that food. And it's kind of like you're transferring energy. When you're mad, people feel that vibe, right? And when you're happy, people feel that vibe. Mm-hmm. So that's kind of the same thing. Yeah. When you're cooking, make sure
especially for ceremonies.
Yeah.
You have to have a clean, good mind.
Yeah. Thank you for that knowledge there, Diana.
Is rabbit soup like just a traditional meal, or is it like anybody can cook it anytime?
What's your thoughts on that, Miss
I
Mitzwing?
thought maybe it was just like for ceremony.
I think you can cook it
And
anytime,
you need pans
whenever you can get a rabbit.
There you guys go. It's not traditional. If you're hungry for wapos and wapos soup, or even Miss Mitzwing here showed us a picture when she went. Where was that? At your reserve?
Okay.
Yeah, that's
And they put a wapos on a stick, and then they just kind of ate it like that.
yeah.
Over an open fire? Or?
Yeah, open fire. Yeah, it was actually the hunters that went out, and me and my cousin Julia, we went out and met them, and we were hoping just to go have tea, but we lucked out and we had
We're just gonna
rabbit
flatten it and
over the
transfer them
campfire.
over to our baking sheets.
Mm.
We're gonna, work on the presentation.
Anyone in the comments, if you guys can come up with anything else you'd like to maybe possibly see on CWS Cooking Show. We are doing this until we do get kids back, and we're hoping by the end of March, maybe even earlier. We're just, it all depends on us getting our vaccine. But in the meantime, if there's anything you guys would like to see on CWS Cooking Show, let us know. Let us know, and we'll get her done. Well, like I said, we do have a $10 million budget per show. So, if it can get done, we will get it done. What would you guys like to cook next? What's on?
Another like
Traditional food?
Not macaroni and hot dogs.
Traditional
Tradish.
moose nose?
Oh, moose nose, yeah. Moose nose was actually mentioned in the comments. Moose.
What's your pan? Yeah, we need our pans.
Ooh, that looks good.
We need another baking sheet.
What?
Oh, I guess I can go run and grab it.
Yeah. Can't have the producer go running around. It's against the budget. So, Deanna, go ahead, tell us something about anything. Tell us
Tell
about
us something about anything.
something, about anything, about something.
Okay.
Putting her on the
Well,
spot
this,
here.
anyways, the bannock thing. I don't do too much of the baked bannock. Usually I make the greased bannock, and I ain't gonna lie, it's a white man bread recipe. I use yeast, I use sugar, I use eggs, milk. But with this one, I almost never fail, to be quite honest, and I just wing it.
You've just made it so many times.
Well, no, I just recently started to try with the baked bannock. I usually always made the greased bannock, but yeah, I've done this recipe that you guys seen has never failed me, so it's been pretty good.
Look at
Very
that.
simple.
Indian popcorn. Yes.
Hey, I can do that.
Yeah, there you guys go. Deanna will
love
be
that.
back for
Then we're just
season
gonna pick
1,
up-
episode
Yours should be
2,
on
maybe,
the-
which
we're
will
just
be
gonna lift
cooking
it onto
Indian
the sheet.
popcorn. What's your do you cook traditional meals?
No, I don't.
How come?
Moose. If we have moose, we usually just have moose or deer, but
You guys just cook them like steaks? I know your husband's always getting the moose out there. He's posting.
steaks or
I
else
eating it?
slow cooked. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like them slow cooked. I like the moose when it's soft.
Yeah, moose. You guys, if you've never had moose, which probably everyone has, it's so good. Probably one of you know what else I've actually had was elk. Like I had it like twice, and I think I just recently had it, and it's probably one of the best tasting meats I've ever had.
I'm not so into elk at all. Not at all. Yeah.
Love elk. If you guys do get a chance to try elk, I can't remember where I tried it. We were doing something. Oh, we were on I think we were on our little CWS little retreat here, the staff here in September, and somebody brought elk. I think that's when I had elk. But yeah, we could do Indian popcorn. We could, there's so many things we can do here. So go ahead, ladies. What are you guys up to? What are you doing now?
Okay, that's it. We're just forming the bannock, which is done. We just flattened it on our baking sheets. Now we will poke holes so that it cooks thoroughly. We'll just poke them everywhere on that.
Remember, good thoughts when you're stabbing that thing. Good thoughts.
Thoughts about Nathan. Yeah. Thoughts about Nathan.
Yes, good thoughts.
Just think about Nathan.
Good thoughts. Good thoughts.
And that's it. That's our bannock.
Okay,
and
so
how-
we put this in the oven at what?
350.
For how long?
It usually just till it goes to like a light brown, and then I usually take the bannock right off the baking sheet, flip it onto the oven rack, and just leave it in there for about another 10 minutes, just to lightly brown it.
So 20 on one and 10 on the other?
Yeah, about there.
So half
Okay,
hour.
and then I take it out, and what do I just leave it on the pan, or do I? Take
You
it
could
off
flip this onto the rack, like just the bannock onto the rack.
But when
later?
when it's done, when it's all done, and take it out, do I flip it sideways and just let it
Just
sit
stand it
somewhere?
up, yeah.
Okay. And why do you do that?
So the bannock doesn't go raw. You gotta keep it like, it can't be moist, it can't be closed, it can't be packaged, or else when it's hot, it'll just stay raw, you know?
Okay. I don't know. Okay, I'll go throw these in. So by
Awesome.
now I should be able to put those rolled oats in? Like, do I wait for a boil or just put them out?
You could just put them.
Are you cooking anything else or that's it?
Rabbit soup and, no, we're done.
Okay, well, you better close out the show before you take
I guess
off
so.
there.
Okay.
Better turn up that camera, but can you reach that camera there? Just turn it up a bit so they can see their face here. All right, you guys, we're gonna close the show here. Just even pull it down like that handle. No, pull it up. No, other way. There you go, so we can see their faces. There you go. All right. Oh, hey, right there. Hold on here.
What?
Pickled cheeks and elk. Oh, pickled cheeks and elk would be ooh, that would be good.
Bannock, rabbit and bannock, brought to you by yours truly.
Yes.
These two little lost bosimos.
Oh, are you from Mosquito too?
I'm from there.
Oh,
my
but your dad
yeah.
is, yeah. I wasn't sure if you were registered or not. Wondering if you were going to get 20 grand or not.
Never mind, you guys.
I'm just kidding. Okay, I just wanted to thank Deanna again for coming out to Red Pheasant and doing this cooking video with me and showing me all her knowledge and sharing it with all of you. And also a shout out to Memphis Capeswat for snaring the rabbits for me and skinning them. So thank you so much for that. Hopefully we'll get to do another one where we can just skin it live on here for you guys. Anything else? Oh, another thing is, if you didn't know, it's Pink Shirt Day today, hence the pink shirts that we're wearing.
Yes.
I
Pink
just
shirt.
I heard that on the way here. I'm like, oh, sorry, I should have told you. I forgot. I think that's all. Do you have anything to say, Nathan?
No, you guys stay tuned. We are going to have a paranormal show podcast right after this one. We're going to shut down for about 20 to 30 minutes and then we'll be right back live. But with that, you guys, yeah, I really like this one. I really like that pickled cheeks and elk, man. That would be good. But yeah, you guys stay tuned. We'll always take your ideas, but stay tuned for the rest of the week for these podcasts. And we always thank you for joining us.
And Nathan, just before you close out, that we should leave a picture of our finished product, like the soup and bannock, in the comments or on the page.
Yeah, we'll post it on the page, the finished product there.
We'll post a live video of Nathan eating it.
Yeah. All right, you guys, with that, we will see you soon. And thank you for joining CWS Cooking Show. With that, we are out of here. And you guys, be safe. I hope.